They told you to hustle harder, to grind, to sacrifice sleep, that rest is weakness, and slowing down means falling behind. But what if they were wrong? What if laziness is a form of wisdom, a quiet rebellion against burnout, a strategy for clarity, focus, and freedom? This isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing what matters, without losing yourself in the noise. Welcome to the Art of Laziness, where less isn't lazy, it's powerful. Introduction. What if laziness was a superpower? We live in a world that glorifies hustle, where rest is guilt, where slowing down feels like falling behind. But what if everything we've been told about laziness is wrong? The art of laziness isn't about being idle. It's about being intentional. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, and your focus. It's about doing less, but doing it better. This book is a quiet rebellion against burnout, a guide to working smarter, not harder, and a reminder that sometimes the most productive thing you can do is pause. Chapter 1. Redefining laziness. We've been taught that laziness is a flaw, a weakness, a lack of ambition. But the truth? Laziness is often a signal, a whisper from your mind and body that something is off. Maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe you're uninspired. Maybe you're chasing goals that don't even belong to you. The book invites us to stop judging laziness and start listening to it. Laziness isn't the enemy of productivity. Mindless busyness is. When you stop doing things just to stay busy, you make space for what truly matters. Chapter 2. Time is your responsibility. No one is coming to rescue your schedule. No one will protect your time if you don't. The book emphasizes radical ownership. Own your mornings. Own your distractions. Own your energy. It's not about filling every hour. It's about filling the right ones with the right work. Hammer and wrench. Try this. Choose 3 high-impact tasks per day. Block time for deep work and protect it like gold. Track your energy, not just your time. You don't need more hours. You need more clarity. Chapter 3. The discipline of doing less. Laziness isn't the absence of discipline. It's the refinement of it. True discipline isn't about grinding 24/7. It's about choosing what to ignore. It's about saying no to the noise so you can say yes to your purpose. The book introduces the 2-day rule. Never skip a habit 2 days in a row. This keeps momentum alive without demanding perfection. Discipline isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right thing, even when it's hard. Chapter 4. Procrastination is fear in disguise. We think we procrastinate because we're lazy, but often we procrastinate because we're afraid. Afraid of failing, afraid of not being good enough, afraid of starting something we might not finish. The book reframes procrastination as a signal, not a flaw, and it offers tools to move through it, tools to beat procrastination. Parkinson's law work expands to fill the time you give it. Set tighter deadlines. Pomodoro technique. 25-minute focus sprints plus 5-minute breaks. Micro goals. Break big tasks into tiny, doable steps. Start small. Start scared. Just start. Chapter 5. Rest is a strategy, not a reward. We've been conditioned to earn rest, to treat it like dessert after a hard day's work. But the art of laziness flips that script. Rest isn't a reward, it's a requirement. It's not what you do after the work is done. It's what makes the work possible. The book encourages active rest, walks, journaling, meditation, digital detox, reclaim your attention. Sleep is sacred. Protect your nights to power your days. Burnout is not a badge of honor. It's a warning sign. Chapter 6. Think more. Do less. In a world obsessed with doing, thinking is a radical act. The book urges us to slow down, not to stop, but to strategize, to pause before we act, to reflect before we react. This is the essence of strategic laziness. Eliminate what doesn't matter. Automate what you can. Delegate what drains you. Focus only on what moves the needle. The most successful people aren't the busiest. They're the clearest. Chapter 7. The power of boredom. We avoid boredom like the plague. We fill every silence with scrolling, every pause with noise. But boredom is where creativity lives. It's the space where your mind breathes, wanders, and dreams. The book encourages you to embrace stillness. Take walks without your phone. Sit in silence for 10 minutes a day. Let your mind wander without guilt. Boredom isn't the absence of stimulation. It's the presence of possibility. Chapter 8. Design a lazy life that works. The final chapters are about building systems that support a slower, smarter life. Key practices. Weekly reviews. Reflect on what worked, what didn't, and what matters next. Theme days. Group similar tasks to reduce decision fatigue. Boundaries. Say no without guilt. Protect your peace. This isn't about escaping responsibility. It's about designing a life where your energy flows toward what matters most. A lazy life isn't an empty life. It's a life full of intention. Final takeaways. Laziness is often wisdom in disguise. Listen to it. Productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Rest is not a weakness. It's a strategy. Procrastination is fear. Meet it with compassion and action. You don't need to hustle harder. You need to think clearer. Closing words. The courage to slow down. In a world that moves fast, slowing down is an act of rebellion. In a culture that rewards burnout, choosing rest is an act of courage. And in a life filled with noise, choosing clarity is an act of power. The art of laziness isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing the right things, with peace, purpose, and presence. So take a breath, step back, and remember, you don't have to do more to be more. Sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is pause. Thanks for watching Audio Mentor, where every book brings you closer to a better you. If you found value in today's summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a chance to grow.